If we have a call to order, the regular meeting, July 8th, 2008, Common Council Chambers, starting at 7:36. Roll call. Commissioner DiCaprio.
Present.
Commissioner Haddad. Here. Commissioner Johnston will be here momentarily, is absent currently. Commissioner Jowdy will be absent this evening. Commissioner Manasek. Commissioner Melillo will be absent this evening. Commissioner Stramiello. Here. Commissioner Wetmore.
Present.
And alternates Commissioner Hickey. Here. Okay. Commissioner Spagnolo. Here. And alternate Commissioner Perez Aries will be out this evening. Hopefully she's feeling better next time she's sick this evening. And I am Commissioner Farah. Okay, if we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Commissioner Stramiello. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, matter of housekeeping. The following petition was scheduled this evening for a public hearing has been withdrawn as to petition of A&S Properties Incorporated to amend sections 2B and 5E of the zoning regulations, add mixed-use building to the CN5 zone as a special exception use. There's a copy of a withdrawal letter attached to your copies. Oh, to my copy, okay. The next regular meeting is scheduled for July 22nd, 2008. Okay, no acceptance of minutes for this evening. We have the public hearing scheduled tonight, petition of Sanic Beverages, LLC, to amend sections 6A2 and 6B2 of the zoning regulations, add processing and bottling and non-alcoholic beverages as permitted uses in IL 40 and IG 80 zones. Before we get started with that, we'll have the legal notice read by Commissioner Wetmore, and if Commissioner Stramiello, if you can read the Planning Department notice.
Legal notice. Notice is hereby given that the Zoning Commission of the City of Danbury will hold a public hearing commencing at 7:30 p.m. on July 8th, 2008 in the Common Council Chambers at City Hall, 155 Deer Hill Avenue to consider the following matters. Petition of Sanic Beverages, LLC to amend sections 6A2 and 6B2 of the zoning regulations, add processing and bottling of non-alcoholic beverages as permitted uses in IL 40 and IG 80 zones. Parties in interest and citizens shall have the opportunity to be heard at this time. Plans are on file and are available for viewing in the planning office at City Hall. Ted Farah, Commissioner, June 28th, 2008 and July 4th, 2008.
Thank you. Commissioner Stramiello.
Okay, July 7, 2008, to Ted Farah, Chairman of Danbury Zoning Commission, from Arnold E. Finaldi Jr., Chairman, Danbury Planning Commission, regarding 8-3A referral, petition of Sanic Beverages, LLC, to amend sections 6A2 and 6B2 of the zoning regulations, add processing and bottling of non-alcoholic beverages as permitted uses in IL 40 and IG 80 zones. At the regular meeting held on July 2nd, 2008, the City of Danbury Planning Commission voted to give the above referenced petition a positive recommendation for the following reasons. This use is consistent with the purpose and intent of these industrial zones. The motion was made by Mr. Uris, seconded by Mr. Keller, and passed unanimously.
Okay, we have the Planning Department staff report dated June 18th, 2008, to City of Danbury Planning and Zoning Commission from Dennis I. Alpern, Planning Director, reference petition to amend IL 40 and IG 80, addition of processing and bottling non-alcoholic beverages. We have received a petition from Sanic Beverages LLC to add the processing and bottling of non-alcoholic beverages as permitted uses in both the IL 40 and IG 80 zoning districts. The petition gives the following reason as to why the petition should be granted: to allow non-alcoholic beverages to be processed and bottled in industrial zones. Those uses are currently not allowed, though similar manufacturing uses are allowed. This use appears to be consistent with the purpose and intent of both zoning districts. Consequently, we have no objection with the petition. Do we have any additional comments from the Planning Department? Okay, anyone wish to speak in favor of this petition?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission. My name is Ward Mizuko, and I'm here on behalf of Sanic Beverages. This is a proposed new business in the community where the intent is to open on Star Road a beverage bottling plant. The field card for the property illustrates an industrial building in case you're interested in the specific proposal, and I can leave that with you for the record. And the client has already obtained from the Department of Consumer Protection a non-alcoholic beverage and water bottler's permit, which I'll leave for the record.
These exhibits A and B?
The only problem that the applicant has is that in the IL 40 zone, believe it or not, it is not permitted to process and bottle juice. And specifically, he's interested in the more tropical juices like mango, pineapple, things of that sort. So in the lists of IL 40 and IG 80 uses, there are there is a variety of permitted uses. And let me pass out a list of them just to refresh your memory. Okay. Thanks, Joanne. In the IL 40 and IG 80 uses, you can see that there are things such as assembling or finishing of articles made from cellophane, canvas, cork, fiber, glass, horn, leather, paper, plastics, and so on. Manufacturing and assembling of artist materials, clocks, watches, musical instruments, manufacturing of electrical equipment, optical goods, business machines, manufacturing, compounding, processing candy, cosmetics, drugs, pharmaceuticals, a whole slew of things, almost everything you can imagine. But one of the things that's not listed is beverages. So that is what brings us here tonight. The application before you is to add a permitted use in the IL 40 zone and in the IG 80 zone to allow the processing and bottling of non-alcoholic beverages. I should point out that this use is consistent with the other manufacturing, assembly, and processing uses in the industrial zones. I think the Planning Department found that the use is consistent with the other industrial uses. I can't imagine that bottling and processing juice is any more harmful to the environment or to any neighborhood than other permitted industrial uses. So it would seem to be very innocuous, very consistent, and also provides an opportunity for jobs and industry in the community, which of course is what your plan of development, conservation and development promotes. I know that there was a question from someone about the amount of water that might be used in this process, and the owner of the business tells me that he has a 300-gallon tank that he would use for one production run per day, and a certain amount of that is the juice concentrate, sweeteners, and so forth. So the total water usage would be something less than 300 gallons a day. He figured about 200, 220, and that would be on a 5-day-a-week schedule. So that concludes our presentation. If there are any questions about the proposal, I'd be happy to address them, but I would hope that in light of the Planning Department's report, the Planning Commission's recommendation, and so forth, that the Commission would act favorably on the application. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
For the record, Commissioner Johnston has arrived. And also for the record, if Commissioner Hickey, if you could fill in for Commissioner Melillo this evening, and Commissioner Spagnola, if you could fill in for Commissioner Jowdy. And Commissioner DiCaprio, you had a question?
I have a question through the chair for Ward. Ward, I'm just a little curious. I noticed there were absent were non-alcoholic beverages and food. Is that allowed anywhere in Danbury at all? Do you know?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that question.
There were obviously absent from the zone is non-alcoholic processing of non-alcoholic beverages and food as well. I don't know why, but food is not there. Is that allowed anywhere in the city, in any zone that you're aware of?
Well,
Both food and beverages are not allowed in that zone.
I guess other than candy, that's...
Well, candy would, I don't know if you consider that food, but...
I sure do.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know why that would be. I suppose that a lot of the manufacturing of food is really in connection with catering businesses, which are connected with restaurants and supermarkets. That's the only thing I can think of. Dennis might...
Maybe the staff would know, or... huh? It's not allowed in any zone in Danbury, I guess is my question.
I think that's a much bigger proposition. Talking about possibly slaughterhouses.
Well, I don't, I mean, I'm not, I don't, it could be anything from tuna fish to, I don't know. I mean, obviously, that's not allowed. That's all I'm trying to say. And I was just wondering if it was allowed anywhere in Danbury.
No, and probably because it's never been asked.
Okay, so really, there's no real reason for it not to be allowed. Or to include it. It's just a matter of whether you want to do so. Yeah. Thank you.
Commissioner Haddad and then Commissioner Wetmore.
If I may, we did have a bottling plant in Danbury one time. Were these once in the regulations?
Good point. I did forget to mention that. I think it's still in operation, and I think it's been there since I was a little kid and undoubtedly non-conforming. But there has been a bottling.
Pre-existing, in other words, yeah.
Commissioner Wetmore.
I just want to clarify that the intent isn't for non-alcoholic beer. It'd just be just for juices of that sort.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions of the petitioner? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else wish to speak in favor of this petition? Anyone else wish to speak in favor of this petition? Anyone else wish to speak in favor of this petition? Anyone wish to speak against this petition? Anyone wish to speak against this petition? Anyone wish to speak against this petition? Okay. No comments from the department, right? Mr. Alpern? Okay. Entertain a motion? Okay, to close the public hearing.
Second.
Okay, we have by Commissioner Wetmore and seconded by Commissioner Johnston. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We want to entertain this in business later for today.
I'd like to move that we put it as number 1 under old business.
We do have 3 items under old business.
Number 4 under old business.
Number 4 under old business? Okay. Okay, we have a second on that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. First item under old business for consideration and possible action is the petition of Sheridan Commons LLC, 12 Home Place, portion of lot number J14161 for a change of zone from R-3 to RMF4. Public hearing was closed on April 22nd, 2008. First 65 days are passed. Those were up on June 26, 08. 65-day extension has been granted, and we must make a decision by August 29th, 2008. Currently, Commissioner Manasek has listened to the tapes and is now eligible. Just kind of go over those who are eligible to vote are Commissioners DiCaprio, Commissioner Johnston, Commissioner Jowdy, Commissioner Manasek, Commissioner Malillo, Commissioner Stramiello, Commissioner Wetmore, and alternates Commissioners Perez-Aries and Commissioner Spagnolo. And I, too, am eligible to vote on this. We have a total of 10 people. Commissioner Haddad has abstained from this matter. Currently, of the list of 10 people, we only have 7 available to vote this evening. I would extend the position to the petitioner if you wish us to vote on this tonight, or if you would like us to wait until the next meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
For the courtesy.
Since there is apparently no more commissioners available than there were at the last session, I would respectfully request the commission to take up the matter of more commissioners available.
I'll motion that we table.
Okay.
Second it.
Okay. So we have that motion to reconsider, as Mr. DiCaprio made the motion to table that, seconded by Commissioner Johnston. Just as a note, well, we should vote on this, right?
On that motion, yes.
Okay. All those in favor, we'll just do a vocal vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Just as a note, if on this particular petition we have, and the following ones, we're not going to have enough people to vote, but I understand Commissioner Manasek will not be here in 2 weeks, so that brings us down to 9. So please let us know ahead of time, if Commissioner Hickey, if you can, if you're available, if you can listen to the tapes between now and then. That gives us an extra person in case of untimely deaths in families or sickness, so we can try to move this this decision forward and allow the petitioner to know decision one way or another. Okay, we have, just to kind of recap, the previous vote was Vice Chairman Malillo called a roll vote on the motion to approve the petition, and the motion was denied with 4 ayes from Commissioners DiCaprio, Stramiello, Perez-Aries, and Commissioner Spagnolo. 3 nays were from Commissioners Johnston, Malillo, and Commissioner Wetmore. Proceed to the second order of business under old business for consideration and possible action. We have the petition of Camilo M. and Gloria Santomero, 14 Padenham Road, lot number H10121, for a change of zone from CN20 to CL10. Public hearing was closed on June 10th, 2008. 65-day decision-making period will be up in July 14th. Okay, eligible vote on this are Commissioners DiCaprio, Haddad, Commissioners Johnston, Malillo, Commissioners Stramiello and Wetmore, and the alternates, Commissioners Perez-Aries and Spagnolo. This had a negative recommendation from the Planning Commission, so we need a minimum of 6 votes. Of those people today, Commissioners, let's see, I think we only have 6 here, 6 eligible. Is the petitioner here today?
No.
No, I move we table. We have until August 13th on this, right?
Second that.
I spoke to him, and then spoke in favor, and he said he'd rather we wait.
Okay. Now, my copy says 7/14. Is this?
Oh, it's August 13th.
August 13th.
Realized
Oh,
there was
okay.
an error, and I
All right.
fixed it, and I didn't tell you on the phone.
Okay, correction, August 13th, we have to decide this. Okay, so we, motion to table that from Commissioner DiCaprio, second by Commissioner Wetmore. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 3, petition of Peter Frethep, 130 Triangle Street. lot number K14007 for a zone change from RA8 to RMF4. Public hearing was closed on 6/24/08. 65-day decision-making period will be up on 8/27/08. Eligible vote on this are Commissioners DiCaprio, Haddad, Johnson, Manasek, Malillo, Stramiello, Wetmore, alternates Commissioners Perez Ayres and Spagnola. This also had a negative recommendation from the Planning Commission, so this also needs a 2/3 majority vote for approval. Yes, Commissioner Johnson.
And I was just going to make the motion when you were in light of the fact that there's only 7 and it needs 6. I would like to motion to table.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion to table by Commissioner Johnson, second by Commissioner Wetmore. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 4, we have the petition of the Sanic Beverages LLC to amend sections 6A2 and 6B2 of the zoning regulations, add processing and bottling of non-alcoholic beverages as permitted uses in IL 40 and IG 80 zones. Entertain a motion. Commissioner DiCaprio.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the petition because it makes sense to have that manufacturing process in that particular zone, and those are 2 zones.
Second.
We have a second. Commissioner Johnson
And
seconds
it meets the
it.
purpose of the zone. Excuse me, I want to add that. It meets the purpose of the zone.
Meets the purpose of the zone.
Zones.
Zones,
2
yeah.
zones.
Thank you. Second by Commissioner Johnston.
On both zones.
Both zones. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, I'll call a roll vote. The Commissioner DiCaprio,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnston,
Yes.
Commissioner Haddad, Commissioner Manasek, Commissioner Stramiello,
Yes.
Commissioner Wetmore,
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey, Commissioner Spagnola, and I too will vote yes. Get unanimous vote 9-0. Okay. We have new business petition of Perch LLC, 116, 118, 122 Coal Pit Hill Road, numbers K17014, K17013, /1 and 2, and K170112 for change of zone from RMF 10 to IL 40. Public hearing scheduled for August 26, 2008. We don't have any.
Motion to refer to the planning commission, please.
Okay, we need a motion to refer to the Planning Commission. So moved by Commissioner Wetmore, second by Commissioner Stramiello. Any discussion?
Good job.
Yes, please.
Yes.
When's the next planning commission meeting? When will they be hearing this?
Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for,
This will be the next one.
We're hearing it August 26th because that's when the applicant requested it since you're not available.
We're hearing on the 26th.
Right.
Planning commission.
I'm not sure when it will be referred to them, but they're telling us they're taking action until their first meeting in August.
The reason why I bring that up, Mr. Chairman, is because I'm going over the calendar here, and it looks to me like if this commission can take action on petition 1, 2, and 3 under old business at the next meeting in July, we would actually have the first 28 days of August, 25 days of August off. Then depending on if the planning commission does hear it, we'll determine whether we would hear it on the 26th or not. So I was backdooring the reason why I mentioned that.
you're back during the other matters?
Get that first meeting in August off.
He puts, I like that. A lot more effort into getting out of coming.
Go ahead.
I think you may need a planning commission to plan that one out properly.
Well, if they cancel their meeting,
All right, let's,
They aren't canceling their meeting.
all right, let's stick to the motion we have on the floor. We're still under discussion.
That was our discussion.
Any further discussion?
No, please.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Correspondence, nothing, anything other matters, Commissioner Haddad? No. Okay, We don't have anything for reference, so take a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Stramiello, second by Commissioner Johnson. Thank you very much.